If I carry on like this, I'm afraid I will be beaten to death, or forced to shoot that kind of video. It seems that Charlie can only come to save himself. Ron smiled coldly at this time and said, "You can call, but you won't let him call the police for you?" "Absolutely not." Elaine said hastily, "Can I fight in front of you?" Ron said with a cold face, "Before you call, you should take off all your clothes and let me take a 360-degree video with no dead ends. If you dare to call the police in the future, or be careful, I will send the video online." Elaine was struck by lightning. "Want to make a video? I am in my 50s. Do these people want to make videos of me? If this video goes out, do you want your old face? Moreover, as long as you take this video yourself, it is basically equivalent to handing over your biggest handle to the other party. With this as a threat, she is a doll at the mercy of others. If you dare not repay the money, or call the police, the other party can publish this video and make her the laughingstock of Orus Hill. You can't shoot this video." When she thought of this, Elaine couldn't help but cry. A strong sense of humiliation suddenly came to her heart. She cried and pleaded, "Please don't make me a video. I will call my son-in-law honestly, fight in front of you, and fight now. Let him bring the housebook now. One more word, I will not speak nonsense." Ron didn't buy her account, and looked at her coldly. "My rules are like this, everything just in case. Today's video, you have to shoot. If you don't, you have to shoot. There is no other option. If you take the initiative to take off your clothes, then we will all be in peace. But if you don't take the initiative to cooperate, then I can let my subordinates give you a hard bow." As he said, he looked at Elaine up and down, and said with an obscene smile, "Yes, I forgot to tell you, now Japanese people like to buy movies from China. A woman like you should fit the Japanese market well. Then I will sell the video to Japan, maybe you will become a celebrity." Elaine almost fainted in fright. Upon hearing this, she dared not bargain anymore, and immediately said with tears in humiliation, "Can I cooperate?" "I must cooperate." Ron nodded, kicked Elaine, and scolded, "Go in and take it off by yourself." Elaine was kicked and crawled to the next bedroom, lying on the bed, tearing off while taking off her clothes. At the moment when she took off her clothes, Elaine burst into tears, and her whole body collapsed. She only felt that all her face had been lost for this life. Ron sneered and took out his phone, and said while filming, "Yes, I didn't expect you Lady Wilson to have a pretty figure." Elaine covered her face and cried, but there was no way to cry. Ron had no sympathy for her. In fact, Lian had already arranged everything. When Lian was playing mahjong with Elaine, he brought his brothers and waited outside the villa area. He waited for a call from Lian, and then came in and used force to force Elaine to submission. When the video was finished, Ron walked out with a tearful Elaine, and said coldly, "Okay, now call your family and ask them to come over and pay the money. Otherwise, I will send the video to the group. Let everyone open their eyes." Elaine nodded immediately and hurriedly said, "I'll call my son-in-law." Although 10,000 people in her heart could not look down upon Charlie, at this time, only Charlie could save her. Ron took her video without worrying about her playing tricks, and said lightly, "Hurry up and let him come, or you will die miserably." Elaine didn't dare to play tricks, and immediately took out her mobile phone and dialed Charlie. Charlie was on the 10th floor of the Brilliant Club, watching Jacob drinking tea, eating snacks, singing, and chatting with a group of classmates, recalling the past, but felt that the feelings of these old men were quite enviable. At this moment, he suddenly heard the phone ring, picked it up and found that it was his mother-in-law Elaine. He couldn't help but be a little curious. The mother-in-law rarely took the initiative to call him unless she was cheated by father. For example, she was scammed by P2P and she had to get him over and shout slogans to collect debt. He instinctively didn't want to answer Elaine's call, but after thinking about it carefully, it was Claire's mother after all. If he didn't answer her call, he might have to file a complaint with Claire. So he walked out of box 1008, put on the phone, and asked, "Mom, are you okay?" Elaine's anxious voice came over immediately. "Charlie, your mom lost some money playing mahjong. Now I am not allowed to leave. You have to save me." "Ah." Charlie got big for a while, so he said, "Mom, I don't have much money, just 10 or 20,000, is that enough?" Elaine didn't know how much Charlie had. Although Charlie had money, he didn't want to spend it on Elaine, so he deliberately pretended to be poor and said a number of 10 to 20,000. Elaine blurted out at this moment, "Charlie, Mom doesn't want your money. Okay?" Charlie was a little startled. What the HLL? Don't want my money? When is the mother-in-law a person? Surprised, Elaine almost vomited blood with anger in the next sentence. Just listen to Elaine said, "Charlie, you just bring the villa paper that Solomon White gave you." What? Charlie blurted out, "Mom, do you know how much the villa is worth?" 130 million. Don't tell me, you can lose 100 million by playing mahjong with some old ladies in the mahjong hall. Elaine suddenly choked up and said, "I didn't reach 100 million, so I lost more than 60 million and owed another 55 million. After finishing speaking, Elaine blurted out, "My good son-in-law, you must bring it to save Mom. If you don't save Mom, Mom will be dead this time." Charlie blurted out, "Mom, this villa is worth 130 million. You have to send the villa out for 55 million?